Crime scene photos are starting to come out, you guys. I'm a forensic scientist and a former CSI, and I think we need to talk about it. I made a video about this a while ago saying I didn't think that crime scene photos would be released, at least not in the way that you thought, that most of them would still be sealed, and we probably wouldn't get a lot of the evidence photos that were taken by Idaho State Police. But yesterday, we got a couple of photos, about 200 photos that were released by Moscow police. Now, some of those photos are blurred or partially redacted, which is good. But the photos have been released, and since they've been shared, I'm gonna go ahead and share them and talk about them. There's nothing particularly graphic coming up, but just a trigger warning, this is coming. So if those crime scene photos are not for you, now's your chance to scroll. So there's a batch of about 200 crime scene photos that were released by Moscow police to the news media as a result of a FOIA request. A lot of those were blurred and redacted, and only some of them so far have been published, including this photo. So this is the sliding glass door at the back of the house. This is apparently the point of entry and the point of exit for Bryan Kohberger. I wanted to talk very generally about some of the photos that have been released because there's been a lot of questions in the past about why people didn't hear things, why people didn't notice things. And a lot of people in the comments have pointed out, this is a college party house, but now you have evidence of this. You have photographic proof. This is a college party house. People were in and out of this house, which we knew, but I just want to reiterate that is probably part of the reason that Dylan and Bethany maybe didn't think that much of what was going on that night. It just maybe wouldn't click in their brain the same way that you think it would if you saw a stranger in your house where nobody is walking around in the middle of the night. There were some photos inside of the bedroom. I'm not going to show those right now, but I do want to talk about this photo because I've got lots of comments on past videos saying, I just can't believe that these roommates wouldn't have seen the blood. Guys, this is the amount of blood that we're talking about on the exterior side of the bedroom door. So I think this is from the hallway looking at the closed bedroom door, and you can see there are just 2 or 3 blood spatters on the outside of the door. It's not something you would notice if you were walking down the hall. Now, obviously, I've only seen a couple photos, so I don't know what the rest of the hallways look like, but I just don't think it's something that anybody would clock as being out of place. The house is just not necessarily the tidiest house. I mean, it's a typical college house. A bunch of people lived there, a bunch of people partied there, and so there's just kind of trash and debris around. So I will talk more about the crime scene photos in the coming days. I'm sure that more will start to come out. I do hope that the photos that need to be sealed remain sealed. So the photos with pictures of the victims' bodies should remain sealed forever. Those photographs are just really graphic. Even if they do come out, I'm not going to be sharing photos of them. Maybe if there's photos of the blood evidence, I'll talk about those. But for now, this is what's going on. So what do you guys think? Should we see more of these crime scene photos, or should they stay sealed forever?